Comics Plus, what's going on? Akasan here. I don't normally do this. I do not normally do this, but a lot of you guys have been messaging me because you wanted to hear my thoughts on the first presidential debate between Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Because I watched like 2 minutes of it and Donald Trump said some shit like, don't ever use the word smart with me ever again. And I was like, this dude is acting like a bully, right? And I just turned it off because I had to go watch Mulan with Callie. That's on Patreon. Probably now. Yeah. But everybody's talking about this debate. I really thought about it last night. But I was like, yo, I'm not about to sit through 90 minutes of this, man. Even 5 minutes was enough. So I popped the melatonin, went to sleep. I woke up this morning, and people still want me to talk about it. So we're gonna just go ahead and watch the top moments from the first presidential debate. If that works really well for you guys, if you want, then maybe I'll go and do the whole 90-minute thing or something like that. It's a roasting contest more than a debate. Let's find out. Oh boy, I don't even want to do 5 minutes, but let's go. Did he just put his fist up like that?
I want to make sure.
Graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make sure.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
you picked
You'd be surprised.
the
Go ahead,
wrong
Joe.
guy, the
Go
wrong
on,
night
Joe.
at the wrong time.
Listen,
Wait a second. This dude just said, "You be surprised that I don't know how to stop," but then continues to interrupt him already. Damn. This is like a roast. Oh my God. He did put his fist up though, ready to debate. That shit's funny. And then he did that stupid little Donald Trump face, like that thing that he does. Whatever. Let's go.
did you use the word smart? You graduated.
Whoa. What the fuck? More interesting than the presidential debate. Thank you for the bits, man. Shit. Scared the shit out of me. I was like, wait, is that what's in Biden's headphones? Is that what he's listening to? Thank you. Orange is kind of sus. I appreciate that, Billy. Thank you so much. Honestly, U.S. politics in the hand of complete man babies right now. I understand. Scared the shit out of me, though. All right. Here's the smart comic I think I was talking about. Let's back it up a bit.
Did you use the word smart? You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Vote now.
You're gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
would you answer that
because
question?
the
You wanna
question
put a
is
lot of
the
new
question
Supreme
is
Court justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
listen, who is on your list?
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID? How many of you were in a situation
That's a
where
good
you
point.
lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far
How
more
many
people.
people? This is the same man
It's
who
all
told
Wow.
by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be
That's
gone.
true.
Miraculous.
That's
Like
true.
a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the same man.
sarcastic.
That would
you
seem,
know that.
No, it wasn't, you motherfucker. No way, dude. No way. That was not fucking sarcastic. Like, he was legit serious about that shit. Oh my God. Damn, I kicked my fucking Oculus. The Oculus got turned up. Hold on a second. My Oculus even woke up and was like, God damn, motherfucker. Like that. Nah, dude. The only thing I wanted to say was, there's this one preacher on the Christian channels. Like, I think he's a evangelical type of preacher. And he was praying away the COVID situation, right? And that dude was literally looking into the goddamn camera the same way Joe Biden. Like, it's creepy, man. The way Biden looks into the camera. I know what he's trying to do, but at the same time, I'ma pray you away. Vote today. Like that. I'm like, yo, dude, nah. All right, let's go. Let's go.
That was
40,000 people a day are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people today are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. He knew
That is
all
true.
the way back in
Good point.
February how serious this crisis was. He knew it was a deadly disease. What did he do? He's on tape as acknowledging he knew it. He said
got
he
real
didn't
quiet.
tell us or give people a warning of it because he didn't want to panic the American people.
Damn, this is the quietest I've ever seen Trump, ever. Because he knows, like, he got to be real careful the way he answers this one. He can't just insult somebody talking about a serious situation like this.
You don't panic. He panicked. And
Mr.
even the
President,
people who
please stop.
testified under oath.
So let me
under
ask you
oath,
this,
under-
Joe.
under
No,
oath.
go ahead, Mr. I'm
Every-
listening to
even
you.
the people under-
Wait a minute. You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me, this.
Let me just say, Joe.
But are you willing to condemn white supremacists and militia
Oh, my
groups
God, this
and
one.
to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
Are you
I'm willing
prepared to
do that,
specifically
but
Do it.
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see
Well,
peace.
then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name. Go ahead.
supremacists
Who
and
would
right
you like me to condemn?
White
Proud Boys.
supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left because this is not a right-wing problem.
It's like, so it took me a while, like, as people were blowing this shit up on Twitter like crazy. Everybody was quoting this one. And I honestly, I've never even heard of the Proud Boys until this was going on. But, yo. Like, the debater, the moderator was, like, literally softballing him. So I remember about 4 years ago when he was first elected, and so when he was first elected, my biggest concerns with him was the fact that he was antagonizing, or he was giving a motive for these racist type groups to go out there and run people over with goddamn cars, right? And I remember having the discussion with my friend who's a Republican, conservative Republican. I'm like, yo, this dude needs to come out and basically denounce these dudes, like these type of people, because they're going out there in his name, causing these problems, right? And then I remember when he started talking about how there's problem on both sides. And Chris Evans was like, yo, what? He was like, fuck this dude, right? And I was just like, what the hell's going on? Like, how can you literally, like, even if you don't believe in it, you're particularly in a position of power. You're particularly in a position of power where it would be in your best interest to lie. I'm not saying that's the right thing. I'm not saying it's the moral thing. But if he's trying to keep his job or whatever, the last thing you need to be doing is unless he just doesn't care. The only other thing to keep in mind that I was thinking is the fact that he doesn't want to lose his strongest base, which is crazy racists and people that feel underappreciated. The particularly lower income white coal mine area that was, fueled his election the first time around. He doesn't want to lose that like core base that will latch on to him. So Jesus Christ, man. All right, let's keep going.
His own
This is a left-wing.
FBI director
This
said
is a
the
left-wing
threat of
problem.
white supremacy. My son was in Iraq. He spent a year there. He got the Bronze Star. He got the Conspicuous Service Medal. He was not a loser. He was a patriot, And the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking
like
about
hell.
Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter?
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter
you know
got
Bo.
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. He
for
wasn't dishonorably.
cocaine use. And he didn't have a job until you became vice president. And once you
None
became
of that
vice
is
president,
true.
he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
He
My
made
son,
a fortune.
my son,
And he didn't have a job.
My son, like a lot of people we know at home, had a drug problem. He's overtaken it. He's fixed it. He's worked on it, and I'm proud of him.
But why was he
proud of
given
my
tens
son.
of millions?
Mr. President, your campaign agreed.
Okay. So that clarifies something else that I saw people on Twitter, because I was like, Biden is a better man than me, because people were getting upset at Trump for taking shots at his son like that. But I thought it was Biden's son that died, that passed away and such at an early age, and like the way they were kind of that's also I think a lesson for a lot of people, is like you really do need to take the facts, like look at the details of things, and not just take the way people use particular quotes. Even like they were quoting something about Chris Christie the other day, and so the way I saw it originally, it made it seem like Trump was talking smack about Biden's son that died, and like I just assumed that the son that died was a cocaine addict, right? But no, okay, so it's actually separate, two different kids, but it's still not that great. Like that's like still a low blow to be talking about people's kids like that. Like we all know there's a lot of personal stuff that Biden could be bringing up. Stormy Daniels, his wife, his other wife, his daughter, his sons. Like there's a lot that Trump could be so it was still a low blow. Let's not mistake that. But Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Woo.
That both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well, your side agreed to it, and why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
He never keeps his word. What
Because
you have
no,
to do is
sir.
going to create thousands and millions of jobs, good-paying jobs.
But let him finish, sir.
He doesn't know how to do that.
$100 billion.
Trump, you
I'm
go first.
urging my supporters to go into the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it. But I hope it's going to be a fair election. If it's a fair
You're urging
election,
them what?
I am 100% on board. But if I see tens of thousands of ballots being manipulated, I can't go along with that.
Hey, NBC.
Next debate, get Samuel L. Jackson, mute the mic. But if they mute the mic, Trump is walking out of there. He's just like, no, I'm not gonna be part of that like that. If he can't be heard, he's out. Like, oh boy. My roommate thinks that Biden is senile and can barely talk. You know what's interesting though is I specifically remember Biden coming up during who was he up against? He was the last debate I saw Biden with was who did he go up against? It was a vice president situation. Damn. I don't remember who it was, but they got on him because Biden was essentially pulling a very similar Trump-ish move. Not as hard, but people are like, yo, is Biden drunk or what? Like Paul Ryan. Okay, thank you. I don't even remember that one. In like the first half, he came in real hot and he was just like really had all this energy. But then the second half, they told him to chill the fuck out. fuck out. And he lowered his voice and kind of, but it's weird because I'm like, wait, was that like 10 years ago? So I don't know, whatever happened between that time, it does seem like his personality has changed or whatever. I've been hearing some stories about the fact that he's been a stutterer his entire life. I don't know how true that is, because again, that debate that I saw with Paul Ryan didn't seem that bad at all. He seemed pretty on top of it back then. So I don't know, man, but it is very interesting to see how that all sort of played out, and specifically the way Trump speaks to men versus the way he speaks to women. Oh boy, what a mess, man. What a mess. But I don't have any other things to say about that other than the fact that there's got to be some form, maybe some sort of moderation, a little more moderation, but I really don't know. And Trump has declared bankruptcy 6 times back in the 90s. Should have mentioned that, Biden. Well, the thing is, though, is the fact that it's all of that has been mentioned before. This is all like during the Hillary debates, during the Clinton debates. These points have been brought up before and people don't care. That's the craziest thing. People don't care. It's just like, but whatever. Guys, if you're not in the U.S., make sure you get your absentee ballots in. This is going to be a very, 4 more years. Oh boy, guys. Vote the way you want to vote, but just know it is what it is. And, I understand. I get it. Trump is really good entertainment. It's crazy. It's weird. It's like some sort of TV show, right? But it all depends. Like, sometimes you got to just think about the future of the country that you're living in and the direction you want that country to go. And things can get a lot worse before they get better. So I'm not saying that Biden, I'm not necessarily endorsing Biden, but you have already seen where the last 4 years have gone. If that's kind of if you want more of that, because it's only going to get crazier. If that's the case, it's only going to get crazier. But if you want some form of stability, then you might need to look in an alternative direction than reelecting President Trump. That's just the way I will say it as is. All right. Take care of yourselves, guys, and be safe out there. Don't let the politics of the world make things crazy in your own private life. And wear a mask. Be careful out there. We're out. Peace.